So Raveland, tell me something about it, some brainstorms, everything, you know.
Raveland, of course, was my first album, which I brought out in 1994, and I titled it Raveland because I was very much UK influenced, and I spent some years in the UK, in London, and the word rave was somehow imported from me to Germany because it was not that much known those days, and to me it was like the best expression to express what is going to go on for the next years, and to gather people as well, to name a kind of music which makes people move and having a good time. Rave means also like kind of a gathering of lots of people which were not allowed to party on one certain place. This expression was like made up when parties got busted in London and people had to move out the city to do their parties with this certain music. And especially rave was also used for guitar music in the UK, and it was so funny that it switched off into electronic music, so that the electronic music also used the name rave, and the music was totally different to the guitar music, and so that was the reason I titled my album like this. And as well, I thought Raveland is a nice title to take for this album, because it was somehow like a innovated country to celebrate. This is like the land where the rave is happening.
The next word is 90s.
Of course, to me, a very special age. It was the first connection to this music, and as well the development and the beginning, the big beginning worldwide. It happened before in underground clubs, and some producers were producing this kind of music in America, in England, also in Germany. But the development happened in the 90s, and it was like a bomb. It was also infecting like a virus. And I think it was a really massive time, and you cannot compare it to any other time. So I cannot compare it to any other times I lived in. And I'm very, very happy that I was there from the beginning and enjoying it, and as well being a part of it and developing it also from my point of view on my side and happening. I think I will never forget it. I carry it in my heart, and I love this age very much.
So Love Parade.
Yeah, Love Parade is also very memorable, because I think for Germany, especially for Berlin, it was like a big invitation for the world to visit our city and as well see what really is important in life. It's not the money, it's not like most of the people think that if you have this and this and this, then you will be happy and this is the guarantee to have the best living ever. It's more modest. It's like one language, even I don't understand you speaking Slovenian and you don't understand me speaking German. We found our way to communicate through music and as well spread love, and having a party once a year in Berlin city, bringing everybody together to be there, having joy, having fun, having exchange, and you cannot explain it to people never been there, because it was such an energy which was so full of love, and it really was, I can tell. I was there every year, not from the very beginning, because that was 1989, and I was not living in Berlin those days. I moved to Berlin 1 year later, but from that point on I was there every year, and I was there when like 3,000 people were walking on the Love Parade. Then the year later it was like 15,000, and I was there and I watching it growing and growing until I played in front of 1.5 million people, and it was really a good thing and a good part for the world, and I'm really happy that Love Parade was existing, definitely. And I think it really changed a lot for Germany. It changed also a lot for the whole scene, and not only people which were interested in electronic music were coming, so everybody was invited, and this is what I what I liked about the whole thing, that no matter how you looked like, no matter what sexuality you had, no matter what music you were listening, you were just welcome, and I like that. This is how the world should be forever and ever and ever and ever.
The last word is dinosaurs.
It's a good name for a party like today with old music. Because dinosaurs also mean to me it's something which will ever last. And I think this kind of music will be everlasting. It was too impressive that you could forget. And this is nice.
What are you doing right now? Can we expect, an album soon or something?
Yeah, I'm still DJing and I'm still producing. Like in a week, I'm 4 days in the studio, and I'm producing also with other people. So I'm working on my 8th album right now, and it's the plan. All my albums were different, and this is my challenge being an artist. I never stuck on one style, because for me, music is such a great and big and unending area, and there, especially in techno music, in electronic music, and working with a computer, it's never-ending possibilities to produce. And I'm of course influenced also by other people, and at the moment I'm working on the 8th album, and I want to make a sound collage of old rave sounds mixed up and mashed up with dubstep sounds, trap influences, and also like breakbeaty stuff, also like straight drums. This is like the vision I have, with a lot of voice again, and let's see what comes out at the end of the day. I think this is my kind of view, how I feel Marusha nowadays, always being in time but still Marusha. Marusha is not copying like other artists, because I have too much respect, and as well it wouldn't be me. And what I do is take all the influences which I like and mash it up and bring it in a new dress on my album. And for example, Club Arrest, the idea from Club Arrest was, when I started out to produce on Club Arrest, I wanted something which you could listen to in the car, as well on the way to the party, as well on your iPod, and I wanted it mixed through to make you have the feeling it's some DJ mix. But I produced every single track on my own, and with a friend of mine, and that was the conscious about Club Arrest. Make it sound clubby, also a bit old schoolish, but not old schoolish ravish, more end 90s. The sounds were, reminding you a little bit. The way I produced it were not 2012. It was the sounds and the sound cards from nowadays, but not the style. The tracks were built up, was more like end 90s, beginning of 2000, and I wanted it like this because I felt it, and it was different. to all the other productions coming out in 2012. And so you never know when I produce what comes out at the end, but it's always different.